Hello everyone. This is Mihai Algiu, and my friend Dave Klaus. Um, and I would like to briefly speak about these trainings that we are doing. Circle of Being, Shadow Work, Release, one-day intensives. Uh, this upcoming one will be the third one we do, but we'll do them from time to time every 2 months. And instead of writing on Facebook, or I thought it's better that you guys see us and then we can just for a few minutes explain what this training is about. So the name itself actually speaks about this modality of working on oneself, or some approach towards healing from wounds and subconscious limiting beliefs, as well as becoming more conscious, more awake, more in touch with our true self. So this modality, circle of being, shadow work, release. It's very important because that in it contains the two aspects of the work. One aspect of the work is connected to like circle of being, connected to becoming more conscious, witnessing, mindfulness, presence practices, self-inquiry, instead of being lost in thoughts, and instead of being checked out in past and future, identify with fears and worries, and lost into, hijacked by limiting beliefs and identity, false identities and deficiency stories. We are learning to become more in the here and now, to and then also going deeper than that, kind of realizing what we really are, realizing that we are not these thoughts, we are not these feelings, we are this presence which is aware right now. And so in a nutshell, this more like spiritual work, Zen, Vipassana, non-duality, fourth way, it's a combination of all of these paths connected to being more awake, and ultimately more awake to our true self and being that. Now, this being said, there's the other aspect, the shadow work release. Shadow work. Shadow work is a fancy word for basically becoming aware of the unconscious and all the stuff we accumulated due to conditioning, due to woundedness, due to being raised by people who are less than loving and conscious. So that's why usually people go to therapists. So doing some processing of one's subconscious. And what I like about this training that we are doing is that usually people do either presence work, meditation work, and then they feel great and groovy, but however the subconscious is not processed, and then all this stuff are in the basement creating behaviors, addictions, and all kind of stuff. So when the high of the meditation retreat wears off, you are back to the same stuff that we're dealing with. So what I like about this training is that it combines both. First, getting more conscious, getting more aware, and then bringing awareness to all this pain body and all this psychological suffering and stuff that are stored in our body, so we can do them both. So this one day intensive will be basically about 8 hours that we are going to spend in a small group, 10-15 people. It's going to be pandemic friendly, meaning that we will be outside and without touching and having distance between us. but the time will be spent in going deeper and deeper into silent meditation or guided meditation, self-inquiry, walking meditation, some energetic qigong practices, or movement meditation. So slowly the mind settles down and we drop into what we really are. And then at the same time, as time goes by, things will be stirred, and we are going to go into group processing uh, and witnessed in the container, and doing all kind of what's called shadow work or guts, uh, which involves some somatic processing of things that don't serve us, things that hold us back. So I would like to give a little the floor to my friend Dave, and I'd like to introduce him. We know each other from Mankind Project work, as well as we've attended many, I think hundreds of trainings between all of us in Mankind Project, men's work, as well in prison work. And he's also a Zen priest in a Zen order which combines kind of meditation with processing of the subconscious. And I'm really honored and grateful to have him as a partner and support in holding space. So Dave, yeah, what you've been to many trainings and a lot of meditation retreats for a long time, and so what would you have to say, or what do you like about this kind of training we are doing?
Well, I think one thing is, as you said, we've been to a lot of trainings, and I miss trainings. I miss workshops. I miss being together with people doing work as a group. I think there's a power in that, and a huge value in that kind of work. And obviously, with the pandemic, that feels undoable. And what I'm really excited about with this program is we found a way to do that. And so we get the experience of being together in a group, holding a container, supporting each other, listening, witnessing each other, but we're always at a social distance. We're always in a safe way. There's no physical stuff for Mankind Project people. There's no kind of, getting close. There's no up close. And so it's really safe. And so just for me, that alone is a big thing. To be able to get to go to a workshop training and really be with people and do work, that's really valuable. The second thing I would say is that it really works. I've been really excited and pleased to see how the kind of physical piece, while also helpful and useful, is not necessary to really dig into deep stuff. And so what I think we're working toward with this process is to dive deep inside, to really get quiet and still, and from that place to feel what's the thing that's going on, what's that sort of discomfort, that sensation, that pit in the belly, that thing that's bugging me. And that thing which I often put a name to, like that's anxiety, or that's depression, or that's something else, right? And so what we're doing with this work is to uncover that, to bring it forth into a place where it can be witnessed by awareness. And to be clear, we're not trying to like fix it or move it or get rid of it. It's really about integrating and welcoming whatever is this experience and detaching it from the label that I've been putting on it, the story I've been putting on it. And so I think that's where the power is. It's in the welcoming and the integrating and the unlabeling. Because once I can just see this is the somatic experience, and that, as you said, it is not me, it is an experience that awareness that is me is having, it suddenly starts to lose energy and lose power, and I feel better. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm really excited about, and that's why I think people really like this workshop.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's indeed the energy that was used to maintain this contracted sense of self, the sense of not good enough, that nobody loves me, or I'm never going to have a good relationship. This what is called the deficiency story or negative core images. You know, once we allow them into the light of awareness, witnessed by oneself as well as everybody else, then somehow that energy is discharged, and also it's seen. It's a lot of old story from the past, you know. So there's a lot of inner child work connected to, I mean, very much part and parcel of this shadow work. And yeah, and I want to say that, you know, on during the day, I wear the hat of a therapist doing what would be labeled as you know, mindfulness-based somatic psychotherapy. But both myself and Dave, we've been on a, you know, we were seekers of truth and on a spiritual path for like decades before I happened to become a therapist. And I think we have between us, I don't know, 40 plus years of being dedicated to initially self-improvement, but then going into trying to find the truth of what we are and releasing illusion. And also, we've been fortunate to be exposed to this wonderful underground type of modalities like Mankind Project, as well as prison work, which are accessible just for men, yet they are extremely universal. And so we are really, I'm really happy to share all this that we have received to men, women, in a just open and free for the release of unnecessary suffering and discovering inner peace. No matter what's happening in the politics, no matter what's happening with the pandemic, what we are is inner peace and joy and love. And so I welcome you all, although we have limited spaces. So I hope to see you see you there, and love and peace.
Come join us.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.